Good evening, architecture students. How are you doing this fine evening? Hey. Well, I do hope you started your day with a big bang tonight because we're going to have another day of talking, educating, and having fun. Woo! So recently, we've been getting some buzz on the media on the importance of history. We've been seeing people talking about some important events. For example, like how Australia went to war with a bunch of emus. I know, quite odd, telling the truth, but I digress. To some important figures in the media and our history who really brought change and impact in our world. Of course, as your daily evening architecture program, we wouldn't miss this opportunity to talk on our history, to talk on our important facts in our past. So let us find out if that so let us find out if what is our history. I'm your host, Cards of Guasin, and you are watching Archibus.
The Kankanay live in the upland areas of Benguet province and belong to the tribal group called GIGATARAS. They are one of the larger tribes in the region. They are hardworking people in the field of agriculture and known as one of the best vegetable growers in the Philippines. Hunting is also practiced by the people with the use of spears and dogs, while fishing is done with the use of bamboo traps. The women are said to be the best weavers in Benguet province. The marriage customs of Kankanay are similar to the Ibayloys.
So today we'll be talking about our history of architecture. We are an architecture show, so we might as well talk about our own history. So we all know that our country is rich with culture and heritage and also architectural heritage. So I, myself, and a bunch of other viewers are curious and want to know more about our culture and heritage. So, no better people to invite into our show than a few experts and a student to talk about such topic. So, please give a welcome applause or a welcome hand of applause to our first guest, Miss Danielle Guban, who is an architecture student from the University of San Agustin. Give a round of applause, everyone. Now, to give a professional perspective in such topic, we also invited architect Juvie Grace Gigataras, an architectural historian who has worked on her career for 5 years. Please give her a welcome applause, everybody. So first, we're going to start with Miss Danielle Gumban to talk about on our topic. And what is the topic we're going to talk about today?
Well, there's this tribe in our country, the Kankanay, that I'm very curious about. So what I've heard is that the Kankanay live in the upland areas of Benguet province and belong to a tribe called Igorot. They are one of the larger tribes in the region. The Kankanay live in the western mountain province, northern Benguet, northern eastern La Union, and southeastern Ilocos. So they speak Kankanay and Ilocano. The Kankanay of Western Province from the municipalities of Sagada and Bisao, Mountain Province, they are very hardworking people in the field of agriculture and who are already rich by the modern technologies. The Kankanay build these famous rice terraces which have become sufficient sources of food, and in terms of their dwellings, Kankanay houses are built like the other Igorot houses, which reflect to their social status. Among the Kankanay, the Binanggian is for the prosperous, and while the Ap and Alaw are for the common folk. So, is not that right, Architect Julie?
Yes, that's right, Miss Daniela. And added to that, they have three main house types: the Binanggian, the Apa, or also known as the Inapa, and the Alaw. So, the Binanggian, it is for the prosperous members of the community. Similar to the Ifugao house, it has high hipped roof with ridge parallel to the front. Roof drops down from about 1.5 from the ground. The house itself rests upon a structure consisting of three joists and two griders on four posts. Close to the ground, there is a wooden platform stretching out to the eaves. The interior is consisting of sleeping area, kitchen, and storage space for utensils. The space formed by the roof and the walls become useful for storage. The floor, which is about 1.5 meters above the ground, is not enclosed, enabling the members of the household to do chores. Living room is located upstairs and also the sleeping area and dining area. Attic is used to store rice. There are no windows except a small opening at the roof that serves as a smoke vent. There is only one entrance in the house, which is the front door, and it is accessible using a detachable ladder. Again, this house fit for the highly prosperous members of the community. While the Apa or Inapa is more simply built than the Binanggian. Like the poor Ifugao's dwelling, the walls are perpendicular to the ground, while the four main posts stand directly at the corner, thus making it easier for the rats to scurry up. Instead of Ainara, split bamboo and runo sticks make up the floor. Lastly, the alaw. It is unique for its floor is rectangular and its roof is a gable. Since the roof slopes down beyond the floor, its side may dispense the wall. The roof has no space for an attic, while the floor being low needs not stairway. Poor or young families intending to live in an apa and the aged and widowed in the yalaw.
Oh wow! So they have different houses depending on their own social standing. Now that's very interesting. Now how about on their dialect? What is the language and dialect that they tend to use? I did hear that they have many other terms and dialects that they tend to use. Right, Miss Gumban?
So, as for their dialect, from what I know is the name Kankanay itself came from the language which they speak. The only difference among the Kankanay are the way they speak, like intonation and the usage of some words. In intonation, there is distinction between those who speak hard Kankanay and soft Kankanay. The speakers of hard Kankanay are from Sagada, Bisao, and the surrounding parts of barrios of the two municipalities. They speak Kankanay hard in intonation, where they differ in some words from the soft Kankanay. And soft-speaking Kankanay come from the northern and other parts of Benguet and from the municipalities of Sabangan, Tadyan, Bauco in Mountain Province. In words, for examples and apply, might say utik or bitig, which means pig, and the soft-speaking Kankanay use also busaang or beteg as well. So the Kankanay may also differ in some words like igay or aga, maid or maga. They also differ in their ways of life, sometimes in their culture. They have a very unique dialect, but I'm still very curious of the terms they use in their architectural dwelling.
Oh, don't worry about that one, Miss Gumban. I know architect Gigataras will help you on that one, right? Architect Gigataras?
Yes, for that, they have so many unfamiliar words. I mean, they have words like binanggian, apa or inapa and alaw, but they have words like tokod, bubong, atep, pangteo, deta, and tate.
Tukod or post in English is a vertical upright member made of heavy, square timber used to reinforce the entire elevated structure. The bubong or the roof ridge is the topmost part of the roof to cover the ridge. A tap or roof, a steep hip roof with a flaring base covered with thick bundles of thatch from dried cogon grass. Pangteo or door, deta or floor, the elevated interior surface of Kankanay house, usually made of floorboards or chatal. Tate or wooden ladder, a fixed wooden or bamboo ladder intended for climbing up or down the house. And there is many more, much more.
Wow, now that's some interesting stuff right there, folks. Our guests have provided us with some juicy knowledge and some interesting facts that I and the rest of us am feeling honored to the both of you being here. Thank you, Ms. Bimban and Architect GIGATARAS, for being in our show tonight. And I do hope that the both of you had an interesting time, or wonderful time, in fact.
Thank you for having us here. We have a wonderful.
Thank you so much for having us here.
Wonderful. Well, viewers, that concludes our program for today. Hope you all had a wonderful time with us right now, and I do hope you learned something new. Please tune in next time every Monday and Friday at 11:30 p.m. A Standard Time. Hope to see you all next time at
Art
Art.